Hi everybody, Puppy Linux World here, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is Linux for Beginners episode 2. So today we're going to cover the aspect of installing ZorinOS8 core to your computer. So shortcut link underneath the previous video and underneath this video as to where you need to go to download this operating system. Once you've downloaded it, you then need to burn it to a DVD because it's 1.7 gig in size. Burn it to a DVD, put that DVD into your computer and boot your computer off that DVD. If you don't know how to do that, there's a billion videos on YouTube that will show you how to do that already. All you've got to do is go onto YouTube and in the search box type how to boot my PC from a DVD or a CD, and the videos are aplenty. Once you've done that and you've got to this stage and you've booted your computer off the DVD, you will then be at this screen here. Now I've got this running in a virtual box because this is the machine that I'm going to be using for installing all the different software applications, and it doesn't matter if this machine gets trashed, whereas I wouldn't want to do this on my live system. Obviously you can see my live system is indeed running, no problem at all, and as you can see I'm doing a plethora of things at the same time. One of the powers of Linux. So let's get on with this. The first thing you need to do is you need to double left click this icon here, install ZorinOS. So double left click that and that will start the Zorin installer for you. Now what I'll do is I'll keep pausing this video at various parts throughout so that it doesn't get boring and you're not just kind of left here while something's waiting to happen. I wonder if I can see pause. Lovely, perfect. Okay, so the first thing it suggests you need to do is choose your language. Mine is English. Whatever your language is, choose your language by left clicking on it once so that it goes blue, and then click the continue button. Okay, now it's telling you what the minimum prerequisites are. You need to have at least 8.6 gigabytes of available hard drive space. Your computer needs to be plugged into the mains, and it's pretty beneficial if you have an internet connection. So if you don't have an internet connection, if you have a wide internet connection, fine, you don't need to do anything else. If you have a Wi-Fi internet connection, then you need to connect that internet connection before you proceed, and that's quite easy to do. Down here in your system tray, you can't see it because it's not the full version, you will have actually I can show you up here a network monitor icon, which is here, and if you left click that network monitor icon, it will bring up a list of available Wi-Fi networks for you to connect to. All you need to do is click on the one you want to connect to, and if you have a password for that internet connection, put your password in, and hey ho, that's it, you'll be connected and good to go. So we will then be in a position to continue on to the next stage. Okay, so providing all that criteria is then met, we need to click on the continue button, and that will continue the system installer. So these are the options that we have. As I'm doing a virgin install to a virtual hard drive that has no other operating system on, it only gives me the option to erase disk and install Zorin, which is what I'm going to do. However, if we had Microsoft Windows already installed on there, it would also give us the option to install Zorin alongside Microsoft Windows. So it's really your choice. If you wish to keep your Microsoft Windows installation so you can boot into it at any time, choose that option. If you're completely getting rid of your existing operating system and you've backed up your data and you're 100% sure that's exactly what you want to do, select the erase disk and install Zorin. Now we have some other options here, which is also encrypt the new ZorinOS installation for security, or use LVM with the Zorin installation. If you use LVM, every time you boot your computer up, it will ask you for a password to give you access to the hard drive. So it's just a little extra security. If you want that security, by all means use the LVM. Encrypt the new ZorinOS installation. Again, you need to provide a security key at boot, and it will then decrypt it and make it available. Again, just 2 extra levels of security. I'm not going to bother with that because it's only a virtual machine. I'll perhaps do a video a little bit later on in the series on the encryption side and the installation side of it for you, so you can all see how that works. The next thing we have to do is choose our location, so click on continue. I'm in London. You need to select whereabouts in the world that you are. The next thing it asks us to do is choose our keyboard layout, and I'm on the UK version, so click continue. Again, you need to select whichever keyboard layout you wish to use. The next install screen, it's asking for our name. Well, I'm just going to put my main name in. It doesn't matter just for this because it's only a virtual box. And then it wants us to pop a password in. Now, this password is absolutely critical you remember it, because you're going to need this every time you log into your system or want to do any system maintenance. Now, underneath here we also have login automatically or require a password to log in. If you're the only one using the computer ever, then by all means click the login automatically button, which is what I'm going to do. If there's more than yourself using the computer, then you're better off to require your password to log in, so you can set up different users to use the computer. Once you've made your choices and filled it all in, click continue, and the installer in earnest will begin. There's literally little else for you to do other than watch the presentation on screen, and that will explain a little bit about Zorin, a little bit about the software that it comes supplied with, and yeah, very nice. I'm going to pause the video here, and when this is all done, we'll get right back into it. Hi everybody, so welcome back. The installation is now nearly complete. The whole installation in this virtual machine, bearing in mind it is a virtual machine, probably took 10 minutes. So when you bear in mind you've got to download the ISO, you then got to burn it to a DVD and install it, so perhaps an hour of your time, and that's it. You're going to have a shiny, brand new, pretty secure and pretty wickedly cool new operating system on your computer. Okay, so we'll just let this bit finish, and then once that's done we then need to reboot the virtual machine or the computer, and we'll be good to begin the series in earnest. Now, I'm going to do a lot of the videos will be done on my live system, but when it comes to installing specialist apps or stuff that you guys and girls request, then I'll do it in the virtual box, because if it's an app that I don't use or need, I can't see the point of me installing it onto my live system. But as I say, I mean, the power and the beauty of Linux is, you know, it's just here for itself. Look at that, you got to love it. Even in a virtual box with no resources, it's all just amazing, isn't it? Eh? If only Windows or Mac was this good. You can just be so productive and do so much with a Linux operating system. It totally frees you up, it really, really does. Whereas, you know, your Windows and your Macs, they place constraints on you. Okay, so let's restart this machine. It's now asking for a reboot, and your machine will give you the same option when you've completed your installation. So we'll now go down for a reboot, restart the machine back up, let it load up, and then we should be good to go to start the series in earnest. So we'll press enter, we'll let the virtual machine reboot up. There we go, and that's the very first screen you should see. Just press the enter key to boot into your brand new shiny Zorin operating system. It's that simple, it really, really is. And there's nothing to be scared of, nothing to be afraid of. You know, you're not going to go from driving a car to flying the latest Airbus aircraft and think, what's all this about? It's a nice, easy, hold your hand type operating system that's very simple to get to grips with. Although it's Linux, which is completely different to Windows, a lot of the things will look and feel very, very familiar, and more importantly, very comfortable, and they should work exactly how you expect them to work. And that's one of the other reasons, as I say, there were many reasons, but that's one of the other reasons I've chosen ZorinOS8 as the operating system of choice to do this series. It was a very, very close fought thing between this and Linux Lite. But but I've gone for Zorin purely because of the bells and whistles that's available out the box. Linux Lite is still one of my favourite operating systems of all time. But here we are. So here's our Zorin operating system, all loaded up and good to go. And that's how easy and simple it was to do a full installation of Zorin. So it probably took, forgetting the download because that depends completely on the download speed of your internet connection, probably 30 to 40 minutes to go from an old tatty chaffy operating system to a brand new shiny ZorinOS8 one. As I say, with all these effects, all these productivity enhancements, all these facilities completely free of charge out of the box. What could be better than that? So there you go, everybody. That's a full install, how to install ZorinOS8 to your computer. Nice and simple, step by step. If you've got any questions on the installation process, then please post them underneath this video, and I'll ensure that I watch with eagle eyes all of the comments on all of this series of videos very closely. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, thumb the videos up, and I will see you for another wicked Puppy Linux World ZorinOS8 Linux for Beginners video.